Magandang hapon ulit sa inyong lahat mga kaganap, and welcome back sa aming show, ang Ganap TV with John and Bench. And syempre, magandang hapon sa aking co-host, Mr. John Guarnes. Hello, John.
Ganda naman na introduction, Mr. John
Inspired?
Guarnes. Modulated na modulated. Parang inspired ka ngayon, ha?
Alam mo, John, parang sa the entire show natin, parang nagugustuhan ko na minsan gusto ko na mag-VO, gusto ko na
Oy, pero magaling ka na mag-voice over, ha? Maganda yung voice over mo kay Chino Padilla.
Ay,
ganda. Magandang araw sa ating mga kaganap dyan at natutuwa kami dahil nga it's another day. So past few days, medyo marami kaming guests ng mga designers. Ngayon, we're back to another model, model, actor, okay, and trainer, no?
Fitness
trainer.
fitness trainer.
Fitness trainer.
And
so
we are going to Brazil and Canada kasi naka-base siya sa Canada but originally from Brazil.
Brazil. Pero ngayon nasa Pilipinas siya.
Ngayon nasa Pilipinas.
Mahal na mahal niya ang Pilipinas. I think he's enjoying his stay in the Philippines and he has planned Philippines to be his second home. Kaya nga excited kami na mag-guest siya dito sa araw na ito. He's been my model in Philippine Fashion Week and some of my photo shoots. At napaka-generous niya, Bench. Hindi siya madamot magbigay ng kanyang service even for collaboration. Kaya nakakatuwa dahil kahit dito sa ating Ganap TV ay pinaunlakan niya tayo. That's how generous he is.
Oo. Kaya nga sobrang nakaka-excite ang episode na to kaya mga kaganap. I hope you are also excited to get to know more our guest, di ba, Jan?
Yes.
Okay. So,
introduce mo na.
Yeah, wag na natin patagalin pa. Our guest for today.
Born and raised in Brazil, but lived in Canada for 11 years. He went to college for fitness and worked as a personal trainer ever since. Also, he went to college for marketing and advertising. Now, he works as an actor, model, and personal trainer. His motto in life is to be happy and make others happy. His inspiration is his father, a generous and honest man of God. He is extremely proud of being his son. His dream is to be a successful actor as he loved to play different characters and have fun with it. He loved the Philippines because he feels like the Filipinos are the Latino version of Asia. Filipinos are always happy, warm, social, and always up for a good time. Mga kaganap, please welcome Mr. Lucas Bertolino.
Hello, Lucas.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. Oh yeah.
Hi, Lucas. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, please greet our viewers.
And introduce
Ganap
yourself.
How's it going, guys? Mabuhay, Philippines!
Yes.
Okay, introduce yourself.
So, my name is Lucas Bertolino. I am 26 years old now, and I was born and raised in Brazil. I currently live in Canada. Well, currently here. I've been in the Philippines for, I believe it's 6 months now. And I live in Canada, I live in Toronto, as you can see. representing the city here. And I've been living there for 11 years now. I have a fitness and marketing background. I went to school for fitness first. I worked as a personal trainer. I'm still working as a personal trainer besides the modeling and the acting. Finished my studies in fitness, and then I started working as a trainer. Did that for 2.5 years, and then I slowly got into modeling, and I was working a lot as a brand ambassador, as a model, and then I slowly got into acting.
So right now, Lucas, during the lockdown, keeps you busy.
During the quarantine,
Yeah.
I've been trying to stay as productive as I can. And, it's hard because you have so much temptation, right? Like you think that you have all this free time in your hand and you want to go on Netflix, you want to watch movies, and you want to, just enjoy as much as you can of the free time. But with me, I think that because we have so much free time, and we're not working at all, I try to have this mentality of like trying to be as productive as I can. So I try to learn something new. I go on YouTube a lot, try to watch new things, try to improve myself. I've been doing some jogging every day. Gotta take advantage of the weather. Lots of jogging. I do some home workouts. Every day I do some different muscle groups on my body, and just trying to stay as active as I can,
Mm-hmm.
burn some calories, especially because we tend to eat a lot too, right? So because there isn't much to do, so we're just gonna eat, and there's not a lot of moving around, so I try my best to maintain my immune system,
Yes.
the way it is.
So you said that you are a personal trainer, right? So
That's right.
can you do an online training or physical online training? Can you do that also with your clients?
Yes, definitely. You can get a lot done, especially nowadays, right? Like you have a camera, you have, of course, we're limited because it's not the same as one-on-one personal training, like
Mm-hmm.
what I used to do when I was saying to you guys. Like back in Canada, of course, it's when you have the person right in front of you, it's a lot easier, right, for you to show the exercises and to motivate the person as well. But in times like this, we try to get a little more creative, right? So you can definitely get stuff done online. There's a lot of people that I have a friend who's a yoga instructor, and she gets to train her clients online, everything online. She teaches a class online, and
Yes, yes.
just like this, I think she actually uses Zoom, the same app, the Zoom app.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at least you're still earning while you're still inside your house. So you can have your online training with your clients. So you can invite some of your future clients, especially our viewers who would like to um, get your service as a trainer. So you can invite
Definitely,
them as well. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, I have a question here. Since you have been in the Philippines for quite some time, what was your
Yeah.
worst experience and your best time and why?
My worst experience.
This is a beauty pageant question.
Question. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's in general. Yeah, that's in general. Anything you experience, the best and the worst. The worst.
During your stay in the Philippines, what was your worst first? Let's talk about your worst. And why is it
my
worst?
my worst experience. Um. Wow. I'm
You
not
were
even
caught with a
trying to like.
question.
No, it's. I'm actually. Interesting enough, I don't think I've really had like a really bad experience. Like it doesn't even come to mind, Like if something really bad happened to me, I think I would think of it right away. But like as of right now, um, like things have been really good. God
Yeah,
has been good
I
with
think
me,
that's a
like,
good.
He's putting
I
good
think that's a
people on
good.
my way.
Yeah, I think that's a good to know that nothing happened bad here from you here in the Philippines. So, how about the best things that you cannot forget and you keep on telling to your friends abroad, especially to your parents? How lucky you are that you stay in the Philippines. So, what do you think is your best thing happened in you?
Um, one of the best experiences I've had. I have two actually, if that's okay. One is more in regards to like to the modeling because I'm still working in the modeling industry, right? As you brought up.
Yes,
When I walked Toronto, sorry, not Toronto, the Philippines Fashion Week, and you were one of the designers.
that's what
Um,
I'm waiting
for the and
for
this
you
is
to
not
tell.
and by the way, this is not me trying to kiss your ass. I'm being honest. It's the true Lucas saying it. It was one of my favorite experiences, like career wise here in the Philippines. It was a lot of fun. I walked for a few designers. I walked for those who are watching and don't know, but I walked for John Garnes.
Yeah,
It's one
you
of my
walk where?
favorite photos on my Instagram too. When I
Wow.
Yeah,
posted it, it's
yeah.
the outfit is amazing, very fashionable. That was a lot
Mhm.
of fun. The whole experience, like not necessarily, of course, walking for you was amazing, but the whole experience, um, like I was very honored to be part of the show and meet so many new people in the
Mhm.
industry, and to me that was very rewarding. It was lots of fun, but I would say in terms of my eyes, I've seen beautiful, beautiful things. One of a great experience was one. I was a judge for a pageant in La Union. I went to La Union.
Mhm.
There was a beauty pageant there, and I was chosen to be one of the judges. And I like we went to this. We stayed at this hotel for 2 nights, and it was close to the beach, and it was beautiful. The sunset, sorry, not the sun. Yeah, it was the sunset. The
Mhm.
sunset there was like unreal. The view, like I took some videos. It was just so beautiful. And at the time, I was trying to get my parents to come here to the Philippines, and I told them like, you guys gotta come to this hotel because like the view is amazing. The hotel is very nice. You guys will really enjoy it here and whatnot. I just saw one of the most beautiful pictures, while I was there. Um, but that was a great experience. Now but to me that was one of my favorite experiences here in terms of like seeing more of me in contact with nature because it was very
Mhm.
nice. It was beautiful. Like it was very the view and everything, the ocean. But another experience that I saw. So that's three. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to be very brief here.
Yeah.
One of my It was very rewarding to go to Iloilo. I went to Iloilo for a job,
Mhm.
and it was honestly one of the most rewarding experiences I had in life. Not only here in the Philippines, because it's interesting now that we're talking about it. I'm having a lot of memories coming back to me. And this was definitely one of my favorites because I met a lot of very humble people, and I met a lot of happy people. And to me, what was really rewarding and felt really good was to see that a lot of people can be so happy with so little. When you live in a country like Canada for so long, being from Brazil, I already saw that before, right? I was raised in Brazil, so I have seen that. I was kind of raised that like that in a way too. Like like when I was a kid, I was very happy with so little. And I think because I was raised like that, I still am. Like I don't consider myself like a very fancy person. Like I don't need too much to be happy. Um, but all I'm saying is when you see that, it makes you feel really good because that's what life is all about. Like I had some really special moments in Iloilo
Mhm.
with people that I was meeting for the first time, and like I won't forget. I actually posted this on my Instagram too. One day we went to the beach, and there were these kids by the beach. They didn't have much, right? They were just playing with sand, and we did this like very basic barbecue by the beach. We had some like chicken wings and some pork, and it was me and a couple of people from like the village there, and it was such an amazing time. Like it was beautiful, beautiful. Just being in the ocean, getting some sunlight, having some good conversations, and it was amazing. And the people from Iloilo were so welcoming, just like every other Filipino. They were
Yeah.
very hospitable, very nice to me. Like they had me there, like I was part of the village, and the kids were so playful. It was like everybody was just so nice. It was an amazing
Okay.
time, amazing experience.
Yeah. Lucas, it was a beautiful experience of you that now you continuously um, telling us about it. And I think our viewers are really fascinated with the stories that you're giving, especially that you're a foreigner and you love the Philippines. And I know that a lot of people um, and our viewers from abroad would also be encouraged to come to the Philippines
Because of
because you
your good
yourself
words. Yeah.
enjoy.
I have a question. If there's one country that you want to where to live, do you think what country is that and why?
If there was a country where I could live,
Yeah.
bench again. It's gonna sound like it's gonna sound like I'm kissing ass, but I'm not. Um, from because here's the thing. Because I lived in Toronto for so long, when you live there, Toronto's, I don't know if it still is, but last time I checked, Toronto was the most multicultural city in the world. And you get to see people from everywhere. You get to feel a little bit of the culture. Like me, for instance, I have friends from like everywhere there. And I'm lucky to feel that and to see that. I'm so grateful, for like my parents bringing us to Toronto. Like I've had crazy experiences there, like you get to try all kinds of foods and meet people from everywhere and learn so much about their culture and their lifestyle. And, you know, from, a funny thing is I always got along with Filipinos because I think Filipinos are very much like the Latinos of Asia. Like you guys are very
Yeah.
warm, very, very
Yes.
happy, very, not that the Americans aren't, but like I would say like I feel like in the whole America, South American people, and everybody says that. All my Canadian friends, they say that we're very like social, we're very warm, right? Like we're very welcoming, and like we like to party, and like we're hospitable, and like the thing is, the Philippines, when I first arrived here, everything was very new, and I was still like, I always had this thing in my head where I'm like, like I get along with the Filipinos, but this is still a strange place to me. But after a couple of months, this feels like home, and there are a lot of things that make me really think of moving here eventually. I never really planned, like I have my parents back in Canada now, and we bought a house, so like that kind of makes Canada home in a way. Like we have all this responsibility and all this connection back in Toronto now.
Mhm.
So I don't think Toronto will ever like not be my home anymore. But I definitely plan to every year start coming to the Philippines, and like I want to eventually, like I want to make this home. Like I think really what I'm waiting right now is to like have bigger opportunities, and that's what I'm seeking for. Like I'm trying to meet new people in the industry. I try to make connections because I do eventually think of moving here. Like I really mean it. The people here are very nice. I get along with everybody, and like I said before, I haven't had any bad experiences yet. Everybody's really nice to me. We get along really well. I love the culture. I love the food. I love the weather. You know, like Canadian weather. Don't get me wrong, Canada is an amazing country, but like the weather here is amazing. The fact that I actually spent New Year's in La Union as well, and oh my God, what a memorable New Year! Like
Yeah.
the beach, the food, the people, lechon. Oh my God, I had lechon for New Year's. So good.
So, Lucas, so you only went to La Union, so you haven't tried going to other places like Boracay, Palawan. So
Cebu.
once you go there, I think you'll be crazy.
You will be
That's
amazed. Yeah.
You know,
that's what I
you
was
just
thinking
stop
too.
over
I'm
La
like,
Union.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
once you see in other places, I think you really settled your mind, you know, staying in the
Staying
Philippines for
here.
life.
yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, John. I was thinking, gosh, like I haven't even been to like what they say. It's like they say it's the best
Yeah,
beaches in the Philippines. They say it's
yeah.
Palawan
Even in
and
the
Boracay,
world,
right?
Mhm.
even
And I
in the
haven't even
world.
been there. Yeah, in the world. So I'm like, in
Yeah.
my head, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm already in love with the Philippines. Imagine once I visit Palawan and Boracay, like I'm not gonna leave.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
also at the same time, it all depends on the opportunity that will come your way that, you know, keeps you stay in the Philippines. If you really have a big opportunity here, why not, right?
Yes, honestly, John. Um, I hope God would put the right people on my way. Like I really think about that every day. I think of because I'm an adult now, right? Like I'm not a kid anymore, so I got to think of responsibilities. I got to think of eventually I want to have eventually I want to have a family, right? I want to have kids. I want to have a wife.
Yeah.
I want to have a home. So like we think about all these things, and like there's a lot on the table for me. I have to think about these things, and career is also a big thing for me. So like and I know Philippines, on top of all these good things, is a country with a lot of opportunity. So I really look into getting into hosting as well. I've had a lot of people telling me that they're like, oh man, you should get into hosting, like host pageants, host weddings, host whatever. And you know, I can always keep doing the personal training and do a couple of hosting jobs here and there, modeling, acting. Acting I can do like the commercials and stuff, but I know eventually I would have to get to learn more Tagalog before I get more deep
Yes.
into the
That's why I want
TV
to ask
industry here.
you. That's why I want to ask you what Tagalog
Words.
words have you learned so far?
I learned you you want to know the good ones or the bad ones?
The good ones only. We're a
Not the bad one.
this is a wholesome show.
Show.
Okay. Okay, let's go with the basics because that's pretty much all I've learned anyways, the basics.
Yes,
But
yes.
I know how to say magandang umaga, magandang hapon, magandang gabi. I know how to say ganda,
Ganda.
guapa,
Mhm.
mahal kita,
Mhm.
Oh, there's a lot already.
There's a lot.
kumusta,
Mhm.
mabuti, mabuti
Oh.
lang, charot. I learned charot.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Karin.
By the way,
Galing,
yeah. By the way,
salamat.
Lucas, what is your favorite Filipino food?
My favorite, oh my God. Honestly, it would be between balut.
Really?
Oh, you're eating
Oh
Charot,
my
balut?
charot.
God. I don't eat
Ah,
balot.
that's charot
Joke lang.
only.
No,
Charot
it's not
lang.
balut.
Mhm.
In fact, I haven't tried charot. Sorry, I haven't tried balut yet. I haven't tried balut yet, but I will.
You wanna
Eventually, I will.
try? Wanna try?
So I'll
I
take
do.
a,
I do. I
yeah,
do.
please. We'll take you that challenge. We'll give you that challenge to eat
Yeah,
balot.
live. We're gonna.
We should. We
Okay,
should do the same call, and I'll eat one live.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oo.
Lucas, you said you've been a judge of a beauty pageant in La Union. So have you been also a pageant yourself?
Yes, I have. And just to answer the question before, I would say it's either adobo or lechon. Those are my two favorites.
That's your
Mm.
food. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Now,
thought balut
no,
already.
no. Balut was a joke. Balut was a
No, no,
joke.
no.
But
But there is adobong balut.
Oh, really?
You
oh,
should try
really?
that. Yes.
Oh my.
Huh.
You should try
I'll look.
that adobong balut. So instead that
I'll
they
look.
put the boiled egg in adobo, they put the balut as
Ingredients.
the
Yeah.
part of the adobo, chicken
Oh,
adobo,
Mhm.
pork adobo, like that.
oh.
So
I'll look
one
into
day I
that.
will cook for you.
Okay.
I'm a good cook.
Deal. Sounds like a deal. I'm
Yes.
in.
Okay. My question, so have you
Uh-huh.
been in a pageant competition?
John, I have. I have. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I came to the Philippines. I went to a pageant in Myanmar. It was an international pageant. I was representing Canada. Shout out to Ray. Ray was the one who took me there. He and his last name is Caparino. Shout out to Ray Caparino. Anyways,
Is
he
he a
took me there.
Filipino?
He's Filipino.
So-
Yes, yes. So
Mhm.
what happened is he said, "Lucas, let's go. There's this pageant." He gave me all the details, told me everything that I needed to do. We were talking for a long time. And funny enough, in the beginning, I wasn't taking it too serious, right, John? Because like to me, it was a little bit risky at first because I was living in Toronto and Ray was living in Regina. It's a different it's a different province in Canada. And you know, at the when he first brought it up, I think I had a girlfriend at the time. I don't know if it was during the same time. But when he first reached out to me, I think I had a girlfriend. And I remember I was already invited to do a pageant in the Philippines actually, when I was with her a long time ago. So I was in a relationship and there was a pageant here and I said no because she didn't want me to go. She said, you know, she would lose me and like or at the time she was like I don't know, she wasn't feeling like good about it, you know, in a way.
She's
And
a
I
Filipina?
understood.
No. Filipina?
She was Brazilian.
Mhm.
Great girl, by the way. I'm not talking down on her or anything, but just at the time, she didn't feel right. She didn't feel secure about it. Um, and I understood, and I said, you know what, that's fair, okay. I'm not gonna go, whatever. Like I don't. I just thought I didn't need it, and I put my relationship first. So I didn't go, and then Ray reached out to me like I think a year after that, and I was still like talking to him, seeing what's up. Nothing confirmed yet, and then me and my ex-girlfriend we broke up, and I kept talking to Ray. He's like, he was giving me details because he reached out to me like months before it even happened, I think, and if not a year before. So it was a lot of time in advance. And he reached out to me. He's like, hey, Lucas, these are the details, blah, blah, blah. And at first, to be honest, I wasn't taking him too serious. Not him specifically, but like the whole situation. I was like, nah, I'm not going to go to a pageant. It's so far. It's in Asia. Like, I don't even know this guy. He lives in Regina. He lives in a different province. Like, I don't even know if he's real. Like, what if he's like a fake Facebook account? And then what happened is, and I had a lot going on in my life at the time. I was graduating from marketing because after I was a trainer and I did all the other stuff, I actually got into marketing as well. So I went to college for marketing, and I was graduating for marketing at the time. And I had a lot going on in my life, like not just the breakup, but like I finished the marketing, and then I also went to Brazil because of my ex at the time. I spent a couple of months there, went back, and then I started working in the field because I had graduated, so I was working in the field, but not in a long-term contract. So I was like, you know what? I think I need this. Like, I'm gonna do this for myself. I'm gonna go to this pageant. So I started like asking friends, family, what they thought about it. And it's funny because my mom, my mom said that to me a not couple of days, like it's been months now. But when I was already here, she said it. She's like, I thought you were never gonna go, but you like, and even myself, like that's why I wasn't taking the whole situation serious, you know, because I was like, me going to Asia, I don't know, like I never dreamed about this. I never thought it would be something that would happen or possible, you know. So I started talking more to Ray. I started taking the situation more serious, and I was like, okay, Ray, like give me some ideas, give me some feedback, give me like what do I need to know. So I started looking more into it, and I started talking to Ray on a daily basis, and I started talking to my parents, some friends, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Um, you know, there's nothing holding me back. I might as well take advantage of this, and like going to Asia could be like an unreal experience. I don't, and I like new experiences, so I was like, you know what,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
So what happened was I went to Myanmar. I did the international pageant there. Uh, Unfortunately, I was late because I had a problem with my passport. My passport had to be renewed. Like I still have time. I still had time in my passport, but I had to renew my passport. I didn't have enough time. So me and a couple of other contestants, like a couple of other guys, also had the same problem. So I arrived in the pageant late, and that made me lose like a lot of points. But it was still like an unreal experience. Met a lot of great people, and then I came here. The Ray, he brought it up to me. He said, Lucas, you should do modeling in the Philippines. Try to get into acting and modeling. I think you do good. You know, I can connect you with some people. Like go try it out. So we all came together here. They stayed like I think a month after the pageant, and then they moved back. And I've been here ever since. Like I'm finally you know, like I feel like it's home now.
Okay. So what was that experience? Did you win that competition?
Yeah, so John, I didn't because as I mentioned, I arrived very late because of the whole passport situation, and but it was an amazing experience regardless. I had a great time, amazing time. The people that I met there, they were unreal.
So after that, you didn't join any other pageant or modeling competition?
I did I kept going with the modeling here in the Philippines, right? And I did have an opportunity to go to a different pageant in Legazpi, and I got invited, and I wanted to go, but I didn't go because the week that it was happening, I had a final casting for a Jollibee commercial, and I didn't want to give that up. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go. I have this final casting, and I had another couple of castings happening that same week. So I was just afraid of giving up the opportunity and you know
Yeah.
like missing
So
opportunity. So I
okay, so I
didn't
have
join.
another question.
Yes.
A while ago you were just telling us about you were having a relationship with a girl, and that's why are you supposed to join those competitions, but unfortunately you weren't because your girlfriend doesn't like it. Would you
Yeah.
think that having a relationship is a distraction to your career?
Um, John, I think having a relationship could be a distraction in any career, depending on what you put your focus on. But I think it's really a matter of priority, right? Like what you put first. At the time, that was my main thing. Like I put her first in a lot of scenarios, and I don't regret it. She was a great girl. She was an amazing girl, and I think at the time it was the right thing. But of course, in the modeling industry, acting industry, sometimes you really got to think of those choices that you make, right? And
Yeah.
of course, in this industry, sometimes you have more opportunity when you're single, right? Because you can just take all the
Yes. Anyway,
all the
you're
jobs,
still
right?
young. Anyway,
Mhm.
you're still
Exactly, and
young and you have lots of opportunity and
exactly.
more girls coming your way. Anyway.
Mhm. Another question. This is related to John's question. What would you choose, love or career? Relationship or career?
If ever, if you're given a chance
Mm-hmm.
to choose between love or career.
Career.
um, John, I think because it's not like a really hard question, to be honest. I think because the way I was raised, shout out to my parents, great parenting, I think. Humbly speaking, I think I would choose love because I don't think because what career is really gonna bring you. I mean, of course, it depends, right? Like you can have an amazing career and have like a terrible wife. In my case, right? Like if I had a wife and we were married and I had an amazing career and a terrible wife, that's bad. And it's also bad having like a terrible career, like you hate your job so much, but then you get home and you have like such a loving wife, like she makes you happy. It now that I'm thinking, it is a tough question. But I think if you have love and you really love someone, I think that's one of the things that will bring you the most joy in life. I think that if you have the right person and somebody who cares about you and truly loves you, I think career is still important, but it's not the most important thing. Like, I think you'll
Yeah,
have
I
more
think
joy. I think more joy will
yeah,
come from love.
I'm getting your point here, Lucas. Like, if you really love somebody and that somebody loves you so much, he would, she would be a help to your career. So
Mm-hmm.
she will not be a black page to your career. So you will be a
Yeah,
helpmate together so that you can, boost your career. And
Yeah.
because that your career would help also to sustain the family needs, right?
Yeah, to get you motivated, right?
correct,
Yeah.
correct. You need balance, right? You need balance in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Question
a
for you.
question because, but it's up to you if you're gonna answer or not. Good-looking guy, and you have
Yeah.
a perfect body. And do you experience any like indecent proposal?
Um, I have in the past,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing, nothing too crazy. I think when you work in an industry like this, you're very like open-minded and
Mm-hmm.
very. You just see that there's so many kinds of people out there and so many. Um, like I think as long as it's not disrespectful,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. Like I have received many proposals before, um, especially in the modeling industry, but nothing like I never took it the wrong way. I know a lot of guys would,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's when that's what it is. Like that, I think that's very important when you're very open minded. Um, you have to just understand that it is part of the industry, and these offers are not meant to offend you. It's just like just don't
Yeah.
take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Feel that some people take advantage of you because you are good looking and you are a model, you know.
Um, yes and no. I think people try to, and you just gotta when you work in this industry, you gotta be very careful and aware of that. You have to sense that, because some people will, in the modeling industry, some people will take advantage. In the acting industry as well, I think it when the industry is like that, it's when it's a lot about looks, because that's the truth, right? When you work in the modeling industry, even in
Yeah.
the acting not as much, but still, I think there's a lot of that going on. You just got to be, open-minded, respect people, know when to get respect as well, and you shouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you how to handle the situation, right?
Exactly, definitely. You have to know exactly. You have to know how to carry yourself and how to deal with people, right?
Okay. So, what are your plans in the future, Lucas? After this lockdown, after this quarantine, what will keep you busy again? What
So,
will keep you busy after this lockdown?
um, John, I'm definitely looking forward to going back to the gym. it's a it's a fun hobby that I have. I really enjoy going to the gym. But career wise, I think hopefully there's gonna be a lot of opportunity here in the Philippines still when this is all over, because I know a lot of models left the country as well. So for the ones
Mhm,
that stayed, I think there's a lot of opportunity, even
mhm,
more than before. So I'm looking forward to doing some of that. And I miss my family as well. My family, they're in Toronto right now, they're in Canada right now, and I want to go back at some point to stay a
mhm,
couple of months there before I
mhm.
come back here again. So I was thinking of going there, spending the summer there, and then coming back here. But I don't know. I'm changing my mind a little bit here. I might have to stay a little bit longer here before I go
Okay.
because
So,
of this whole
do you
quarantine.
think now did you gain weight or do you still retain
Maintain.
your figure? Is your abs still there?
Yes, it is. Luckily, it is. The thing, John, the thing is, luckily, when you work as a trainer, you learn a lot about nutrition, and I myself try to educate. mm, The more you can always learn more, right? So I try to learn more and more every day, and and I think this quarantine has been very good for a lot of us because we're learning a lot of new exercises in a way. There's so much you can
Yeah.
do at home, and
Okay.
eating wise as well. So I've been good. I've been behaving.
Yeah. And you are behaved. You are behaved. You really discipline yourself so well. Like for example, when we had the photo shoot, where
Yeah,
I'm asking you to eat, but you don't eat because you still want to finish the photo shoot.
yeah.
There's
I
no
want
discipline.
to thank you for bringing that up, John. Thanks for the
Self-controlling.
compliment.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the one
So,
of the good
can
attitude
you
of
show
being a
us a
model.
pic of your abs? Can you show us a pic of your abs?
Can you
Of
show
course.
can you show to our viewers? They wanted to take a. Oh,
There, see?
there you go.
So that's how
Hmm.
Lucas is so generous to show us his body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Lucas. Which
And
means which
mhm,
means he didn't gain weight.
yeah,
He does. I
it
told you,
shows.
bench. He self. He has a self control. He know how to discipline himself because actually, if you stay at home, the tendency is you eat a lot, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
He said like he can entertain himself watching TV, eating a lot of chichiria, but for him he explore himself by doing more exercise, eating a lot of healthy foods and some stuff like that. So he retained his abs. We do him.
Lucas, can you invite our viewers to follow you on your social media accounts? Yeah.
Yes. You guys can follow me on Instagram. I'm mostly active on Instagram. My Instagram is Lucas Lucas underscore Bertolino. Bertolino. Lucas underscore Bertolino. They can follow me
Okay.
there. for some
Can you-
workout tips and nutrition.
Yeah, yeah. And also, can you give us your last message?
I think, guys, right now, take take this time of, you have so much free time, so not only enjoy with your family and loved ones. I think that's very important. Not everyone's lucky to do that. Like right now, I am here in the Philippines. I'm far away from family, but definitely take advantage of that if you have the chance to, and stay active, exercise. Even if you're a very sedentary person, start little by little, go gradual. Walk, start with a 10-minute walk every day, and then increase it to 15 minutes the week after, and then do half an hour. And really watch what you eat, because that will also affect your mood. If you eat the right things, and also mental health, right? If you eat the right things, your body will react the right way, the way it should be acting. You will just feel better in general. And I think in times like this, more important, or just as important as physical health, is our mental health. I have a lot of friends, and I see a lot of people talking about anxiety and being depressed at home. And luckily, I've been very good when it comes to that. But I think it's also because of a habit that I have created in the past few months and year. Your mind works just like your body. You have to feed it with the right things. So be careful with what you're watching, what you're listening, what you're reading, the conversations you've been having with people. Take care of your mental health just as much as you take care of your physical health. That's my message.
Wow, that was nice. That was really nice and very encouraging, Lucas. Thank you very
Yes.
much for having you in our show. We're so happy and honored
Thanks,
to
guys.
you to have in our show.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
And
much.
okay.
Dahil sa Ganap TV, ikaw ang bida.
Ikaw ang bida!
Very good.
Very good.
Catch 'em all.